The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. You have to be burning with an idea, or a problem, or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out. I am convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Life can be much broader. You can embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. If you are working in something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. You can't look at the competition and say you're going to do it better. You have to look at the competition and say you're going to do it differently. The most important decisions you make are not the things you do, but the things you decide not to do. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates the people who do things from the people who just dream about them. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long, just figure out what's next. People don't know what they want until you show it to them. That's why I never rely on marketing research. Our task is to read things that are not yet on the page. The greatest artists like Dylan, Picasso and Newton risked failure. And if we want to be great, we've got to risk it too. Right now, the new is you. But someday not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it is quite true. This is a very noisy world, so we have to be very clear what we want them to know about us. I don't really care about being right. I just care about success. I don't mind being wrong. And I'll admit that I'm wrong a lot. It doesn't really matter to me much. What matters to me is that we do the right thing. Shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just gonna live in it, versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. Kickstart your brain. New ideas come from watching something, talking to people, experimenting, asking questions and getting out of the office. If you want to live your life in a creative way, as an artist, you have to not look back too much. You have to be willing to take whatever you've done and whoever you were and throw them away. There are times when you run a marathon and you wonder, why am I doing this? But you take a drink of water, and around the next bend, you get your wind back, remember the finish line, and keep going. For most of my life, I've felt that there must be more to our existence than meets the eye. This is who I am, and you can't expect me to be someone I'm not.